pressing. Push up every day. Push up every day. Push up every day. Push up every day. Fucking pressure when they pull up. Fucking pressure when they pull up. Fucking pressure when they pull up.
Good day, everyone. I hope everybody's good, man. I hope everybody has got a good story that's going about in his life, you know. That the hustle is going well. Welcome to another episode of The Hustle Continues. It's been a minute. But I hope everybody's still doing well. If you're listening or watching us for the first time, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Hope everybody's keeping warm. It's getting cold. Third wave is here. Hope everybody is keeping safe. You know, with this whole COVID. And those that are still struggling in their hustles due to COVID, man, hey, hang in there, man. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is pricing. I was thinking a lot about a couple of things. You know, I was busy trying to do my top 10 businesses Tagokasi, you know, top 10 township business. And I was looking at a couple of metrics why I say this one is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. And you know, pricing came up tops in a lot of the things that distracted me, you know, in doing so, you know, because every time I had to think, you know, when you think of a business at the quarter and you think, those people don't know how to price, man. You think what everybody, you know, like a lot of people would always call me and say, Debza, I want to quit my job and I'm thinking taking that money, starting a pub or a tavern or whatever. And I always discourage those people, and I always discourage those ones merely because of pricing. Let me tell you this, I won't give you my top 10 now, but I'll tell you something. In my top 10, the number 10 is taverns and stuff. Sorry. It's taverns. And you might be thinking, hey, but Debs up. The taverns, they make a lot of money, everybody drinks, the market is there, the supply is there. There isn't a lot of effort from your end, you know. You know, it's not rocket science. Everybody drinks. True. I mean, everybody drinks, but have you ever thought why everyone in the township sells alcohol almost at the same price? Have you ever thought about that? Everyone. In fact, some townships you'll get there and there'll be a board at the entrance of the township that tells you what the price of the beer in that township is. You know, it's a bit of the smaller townships, but I mean, I've seen it happen. I mean, SAB's got a lot of energy for that. You know, it's got a lot of energy to do that. You know, because all these outlets are theirs. You know. And that's what I tell people, that if you're not going to do anything spectacular, whereby you don't care about the suppliers much, you know, where you don't, where the suppliers don't dictate to you, you know, because I mean the SABs of this world will dictate to you, you know, they'll tell you what you know, it's their product, you know. So, and it's the same with price. They dictate price. You know, a lot of industries, the market determines the price. So what the consumer or what the customer is willing to pay usually is what determines the price. But Trust me, 90% of all tavern owners don't set their price. You can tell me I'm lying. You can hit me up in the comments if you think I'm talking bullshit. If you know better, or maybe teach me something I'm not aware of, and I'll listen to your point. Trust me. But 90% of tavern owners don't set their price, and they don't even have bargaining power. They don't even negotiate price. SAB will come and tell them this is what you will pay for this, and this is what you will sell it at. On top of that, they'll come and actually write that price on his outlet outside. They'll send a merchandiser to come and paint it outside his outlet there. That quart of Castle is 20 rands. Quart of this is 19 rand. Quart of this is 20 rand. And so forth and so forth. You tell me where you played a part. They'll even write that price in your absence. It's almost like you're a glorified salesperson. And even the rep will get there and say, no, Pratebza, let's say get Taverns Pratebza, no, I got 10 cases at this price. What I'll do for you is I'll give you a set of glasses, I'll give you a jacket, or whatever the case is. But take this, and I promise you I'm going to run a promo here, So-and-so is already moving 15 pallets a week, or 15 cases a week, or whatever the case is. You are still moving 5, I want to push you to there, It's not even about what your market prefers. They put their fridge in your outlet, and they tell you can only put their product in their fridge. Fair enough. You cannot put products from non-SAB or competitor brands. Now your market loves the competitor brand, and the competitor is not giving you their fridge, So now what your market prefers, half the time is hidden there. It's hidden. It's in your chest. It's in your chest freezer. It's hidden. But when it comes to pricing, trust me, those people don't determine no price. I've never seen a rich tavern owner. I've never seen a rich tavern owner. Look, I think I've said in previous episodes that it's not about being rich, but being able to feed your fam. And on that point, kudos, I respect that. But I won't do anything for 10, 20, 30 years, man, and not see a significant change in my life, where also target business the whole time. So target business, someone is knocking on your door at 6 a.m. Someone doesn't want to leave because they're still drinking. Taverns don't close. But I get we there's people who make good money and good living out of taverns. But what I just wanted to talk about was pricing. A lot of them don't set their own pricing. The only people who set their own pricing in the liquor business or in on-consumption outlets are the people who own top houses, like upmarket pubs, upmarket lounges, upmarket venues, where it's seriously upmarket. And those people don't care about the suppliers' little perks. They'll have their own signage done by their own designer, paid for by themselves in some cases. Own image, own couches, own this, own image. Not 90% of the outlets where they all look the same. It's all Hansa signage or Castle signage or Black Label signage. Inside it's tablecloths from Hansa, from whatever. The whole look light box, this, that, where you have to like earn it. But it's your outlet. It doesn't matter what your costs are. It doesn't matter what your electricity bill is at the end of the month. It doesn't matter how many people you employ. It doesn't matter what your rent is or your rates and taxes are in that location. Price is the same. Price is the same. I'm not saying you should change the price. I'm just saying you need to think about it if that's something that you probably want to do. We have the same in food. We have the same in food. We don't really determine price, but you don't walk into any township and find a big board or at anybody's outlet that says this township sells Ace Maize meal at R5, like they do in alcohol. So it's only the upmarkets, the nightclubs. If you go into the cities, you get to Taboo, they'll charge you whatever, 50 Rand for a Heineken, at Dumpy. You're not gonna do that in your tavern that sells quarts and Dumpies and it has to be a huge image thing. So be careful with that, because everybody just thinks everybody drinks and everyone is always there. Everybody's always buying beer. Everybody's always looking for liquor. So there's a huge market for it. Yes, there is. But who controls it? Who makes the money out of that? What are the margins there? The margins are so low there. The margins are so low. You have to do super volumes for you to smile, man. Trust me. You have to do super volumes for you to smile. Yeah, so that's why these taverns and shebeens are number 10 on my list. It's not number 10 don't do. It's just if I had to choose what business I wanted to go into, it would be the 10th one I go into. It wouldn't be the first. Think about it. Argue with me. If you own a tavern, if y'all run a tavern at home, call me and tell me I'm bullshitting. Or hit me up in the comments and tell me I'm bullshitting. Tell me you can set your price as you wish, and so forth and so forth. Or tell me SAB doesn't set your price for you. Or whoever. Tell me they don't come and write it there on the board. That is this much. And if they've written it there, it's 20 Rand. Trust me, you can sell yours for 20 Rand 50, but the consumer's gonna complain. It's gonna complain. Got 20 Rand 50, 20 Rand 50. They'd rather walk 5 blocks down the road, to go get it where it is sold at an acceptable price that the manufacturer has said, So, yeah, I think this is the first episode where I want to open up topics on pricing. I think I'm gonna do a whole lot of maybe a couple episodes where I just speak pricing at different angles, in different sectors. Yeah, I live in Dakota. I'm coming, man. You get to Castering, you buy a quarter, and you look at it, it's like a quarter. It's a quarter bread. Get the chips. It's archer. It's bologna. It's Vienna. There's a sauce here. There's some spice here. There's an egg in this thing. About 15 rands. And you're like, what the fuck? Did they steal these ingredients? Or, I don't think our people are pricing right, man. But we'll talk about that. I'll let you know what number these fast food restaurants are on my list. Right, I'll go this passing everywhere. I'm coming. I'll speak about them. But anyway, I thought let's start with these liquor taverns and whatnot. The people that really make money in these taverns or alcohol business are people that own the Shisanyama and restaurants and like proper restaurants that sell food a lot. Even Shisanyama make a lot of their money from food, a lot, and places that host a lot of events because they get to have cover charge. They get to charge you a bit of a premium on the price because they brought you a certain DJ or whatever, some sort of entertainment and so forth. You know, they get to have more than just depending on that Laker margin, you know. So yeah, think about it. Hit me up, do subscribe, and we'll talk about it. Ciao.